May 7th, 1998, about 6 p.m., Pleasant Valley State Prison. I remember this day. At this time, the Southsiders and us were cool. I guess some know it as a peace treaty. Some call it the red light. Whatever it was good. Us and the Southsiders would play basketball. Sometimes the games would get heated. This day was no different. I'm a competitor at everything. I hate to lose. I don't get angry, I just play again, just harder. This individual, a Southsider, was my neighbor in the building. He was hella cool. My Sally and his Sally were older guys, and they were cool. They were respected by everyone. So we got along well. Anyways, that day we played basketball against the Southsiders. First game we won, and they were heated. So we ran it back and was talking shit. All in the game, nothing disrespectful. Just game talk. Second game they won, and we were heated. Third game, tiebreaker. Dudes started making bets. Commissary, whatever. Not me, I just played to win. It kept being tied. So we just kept playing. So someone had to win by 2, but it just kept getting tied. Yard time ends, and we're up by 1, and they have the ball. So the guy with the ball says, last point wins. Me thinking he'll shoot it, we'll get the ball, and I'll end it. He shot and missed, and nobody could make it. They shot a couple times, we shot a couple times. Somehow, my neighbor gets the ball. Now, he had an ugly shot. He had one of those shots where the ball's right behind his head, both arms way behind his head. Just looked ugly. There was no way he was going to make it. He was 20 feet away. So I get ready for the rebound and let him shoot. The shot goes up, and he makes it. That's how I want to remember him, but I can't. My last words to him were, "You're never going to beat me again." It was yard recall, and we went in for count. Count cleared, and Chow came. I remember the doors unlocked, and we came out. He walked real fast. He wanted to catch up with his homeboys. I waited for my homeboys, which were on the other side of me. So as we walked down, he hurries down the steps, make our way down the track to Chow. I'm about 20, 30 feet behind him, and we're just about to enter the Chow hall. So as soon as he enters, I hear a pop. And it seems like whatever got hit was louder than the gun. The yard goes down, and I creep to the door and lay on the ground. I see him on the floor. Some say he was gasping for air, but he wasn't. He got shot right in the head. Now, a fight had broke out with a Southsider and a black guy. And the gunner was named Brahmana or Brahma or something like that. But I remember this dude. He was always red faced. He was always carrying the Mini 14, even in the buildings. Like he was just ready to shoot somebody. And that's exactly what he did. He shot my neighbor in the head, blew his brains out. In the reports I was reading just recently, I was curious to whatever happened to the guard, if he ever got convicted. And I was reading the stories that were online, and nothing happened to him. The CO lied. He said my neighbor was kicking this individual in the head, which was a lie. See, when you walk into Chow Hall, there's a rail. And in order to be involved in the fight, he would have had to been on the other side of the rail. But he was shot by the entrance, on the entrance side of the rail. So this officer lied. Not only did he lie, he failed to shoot a warning shot. Now his first the first thing he should have did was he should have shot the block gun, but he didn't. He just went to live ammo. Now they say there was no warning shot. He failed to admit shooting a warning shot. And my theory is that was a warning shot. He was shooting towards the door, thinking nobody was going to walk in. It just happens that my neighbor walked in right when he did that. And to try to cover it up, he tried to say my neighbor was involved in the fight. There was other COs that saw him get shot, and they even said that he wasn't involved in the fight. He was 10, 15 feet away from the fight. There was a lot of controversy. Some COs were upset. They were saying that he was wrong for shooting. And some were trying to cover it up. Well, the ones trying to cover it up, they succeeded. There was so much controversy amongst the COs that in the end, no one actually saw him see him get shot, but the CO that shot him. That's how much controversy it was. They were going back and forth. Some were mad. Some were saying that he shouldn't have shot. Some were saying that he should have shot the block gun first. One CO actually saw him get shot, and him saying that he was the CO that shot him, saying that he was involved in the fight, and they believed it, even though there was a CO that says he wasn't. They end up settling out of court with the family, and I thought it was messed up because that CO got away with murder. You can see it in his eyes every day. He was just itching to shoot somebody. He would walk around with the Mini 14 in the tower. Didn't even have to. He just had it in his hands. He got away with murder scot-free. At some point during the investigation, one of the COs made a report, a false one, and he made copies of it to pass it around to the COs. That way, when the investigators talked to them, they all had their stories the same. They were all wrong. They were covering up. They were covering up for him. There was a couple COs that weren't, and they voiced their opinions with the warden, and the warden was covering it up too. Now I was just curious a few days ago, what happened to that CO. I wanted to know if he ever got convicted of it. And I read that he didn't. I just thought I wanted to tell this story because this dude was cool. He was young. He was 23 years old. I'm not going to say his name, but he was from West Side 18th Street. And it's messed up that he had to go like that. It affected everybody in the chow hall, even the dudes that were fighting. It affected me because I remember those last words that I said to him was he would never beat me again. And it just stuck with me all these years. Since 1998. Stuck in my head because of those words that I said, that he would never beat me again. Now we were cool, so we would talk every day. So when I told him that, it was all, funny and games. We're laughing about it, and he was laughing at the fact that he hit the game winner. So I was just thinking about him when I was reading the story, and it made me so mad how these COs cover up for each other. They don't give a fuck about the inmates, the convicts. To them, they got their own gang, I guess, and they have that. What I don't know what they call it, but where they all kind of back each other's play. And it's just cold-blooded murder. And to hear the stories and see how they backed each other up to cover that shit up, that was straight wrong. I feel that it was conspiracy to commit murder with all them COs. Every last one of them that tried to cover it up, they should have all got convicted. To make a long story short, you youngsters that are looking forward to going to prison, it's not guaranteed you're going to get out. You can go in there and program, do everything you have to do. But all it takes is one trigger happy CO to finally get his chance to take a shot. And it could be you. Now I think about it all the time. Because if I wouldn't have waited for my homies, it could have been me walking in that door. I was 20 feet away from that door. 15, 20 feet away from that door. I was so close that when the yard went down, by the time I got down, I was able to get down where I could see inside the chow hall. And I regret that. I should have just got down where I was at Cause this dude was a friend. He was a Southsider, but we was cool at the time. And at the time, he was my friend. And to see him like that, that'll stay with me for the rest of my life, probably. Thank you for listening. Thank you, subscribers, again. I appreciate you taking your time to listen to this story. Have a good night. Peace.